I really appreciate you coming out. I'm going to make this quick, but I'm also going to give stuff away to make it fun. So I want to thank a bunch of people. First people that I want to thank are Grant Street Group. Grant Street Group was our one and only community sponsor this year. In addition to sponsoring the event, as I said, they also sponsored 19 students from Pitt and CMU to come to PPW this weekend. They paid the full tuition for them. They have been very supportive of PPW throughout the years, and I really appreciate that. By any chance, are there any students here that were sponsored by Grant Street Group? We got one. Okay, well, welcome to the Perl community. Thank you very much for being here. Several sponsors sponsoring through the Perl Foundation: Booking, cPanel, HostGator, Bluehost, and Pair Networks. We appreciate all the support that all of these sponsors have given to many different events. These are all longtime sponsors within the community that have been there time and time again, and we sincerely appreciate everything that they've done for Perl. So thank you to our TPF sponsors as well. And of course, we got to thank Liquid Web. We got to thank them for an awesome dinner last night, for all the drinks and everything else. Thank you guys very much for everything that you did. We really appreciate it. There wouldn't be a conference without talks. There's a lot of work that goes into planning a conference, and it doesn't all happen through the organizers. The speakers that have put in hours and hours of preparation before even getting here, and then getting up in front of the room and giving their talks about some very interesting topics. We couldn't have this conference without you. So thank you very much for all of you that gave a talk. I sincerely appreciate it. We had a lot more speakers submit talks this year. So thank you all very much for everything that you've done as well. Bear with me just a couple more slides and we'll get to the free stuff. So, of course, the Perl Foundation provides the infrastructure. They give us the nonprofit organization. They give us the liability insurance. They give us the bank account, all the payment processing that goes into making events like this happen. If every Perl member group that wanted to run an event had to do all of this all on their own, the task would be insurmountable. So, of course, we really appreciate everything that the Perl Foundation does. And I have to thank Infinity Interactive for giving us John Anderson for the weekend. John came in, taught from 0 to Perl, taught, was it 7 new people Perl? That's 7 more people for our community, and hopefully seven brand new Perl programmers that will be coming back to future events. So thank you very much to Infinity for everything that they've done in making that a success, making sure that we could teach that to people for free this weekend. So thank you very much. And of course, I have to thank my volunteers. I have to thank Autumn. Autumn's been helping since YAPC in 2009. She started out coming in and working the registration desk, and this year she's basically been helping me organize the whole thing. Number one, making sure that I get the stuff done, but also going around and calling places herself and making sure that things are set up and ready to go. So, of course, thank you, Autumn, for everything that you've done. And this year I had Natalie, my daughter, helping at the front desk as well, so thank you, Natalie. Alan's helping us out with promotions, and Alan's been a friend of mine for a long time, and he said, hey, I want to volunteer to help with PPW this year, and so he's been helping out. He made sure that we had a contract at the hotel, and he did a lot of the legwork that I usually have to do, and he took that off of my shoulders this year, so thank you, Alan. And Isaac is hiding in the back corner. Isaac's always hiding in the back corner. He's super quiet, so everybody should make sure you go introduce yourselves to Isaac and say thank you, because he does a lot of work. He does a lot of the design work. If you look at the YAPSI logo, he put a lot of the work into that. It probably would have been better if we just let him do what he wanted to do instead of telling him to make all sorts of changes. But Isaac does a lot of our design work, and so thank you, Isaac, for everything you've done. We really appreciate it. And of course, thank you to all of you for being here. I hope that positive things come out of this. Someone was asking me today, how do you measure success? Well, I measure success in that nobody died. Nothing happened this weekend to hurt the image of Perl, but at the same time, maybe something positive came out of it. Maybe we got the right two people in the room at the same time to come up with the next great idea. Who knows? Sometimes amazing things happen. Sometimes they don't. But we just keep doing it, and I look forward to seeing the positive things that you guys come up with as a result of being here. So Heath mentioned the upcoming events. Pearl Oasis coming up in January, February in Florida. I spoke to Dylan, who ran the Pearl Oasis last year, and he told me he's about 80% sure they're going to do it again. We'll see. DC Baltimore Pearl Workshop. I'm certain that was going to happen because they're in the middle of finalizing their contract with their venue right now. So I would expect to see more information from DCBPW very soon. That's not too far from here. So if you enjoyed this, that would be a great conference to go to next. That happens in March, April. So please stay tuned for more information on that. And of course, YAPSI, which will be June 8th through 10th in Salt Lake City. And that's going to be a fun event to be at. So I would strongly encourage you to go to that. In fact, to encourage you to go to that, David Oswald, the local organizer for YAPSI, was nice enough to send out some gifts. And so here's where the free stuff comes in. Now I told Autumn that we're gonna give this stuff out. And she said, "Well, did you already draw the names?" I said, "No, this is a Pearl conference. I'm gonna write a Pearl script to figure it out." And she said, "Well, are you sure it's gonna work?" So I actually do write Pearl code. I don't just organize conferences. But we're gonna do a code review here just to make sure.
That's not good.
Okay, so we're using strict, we're using list util shuffle, and you're missing half the screen.
Well, that's a full.
Still Pro.
Still
A little bit of projectors on.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah, that's good. No,
I don't know how.
yeah, that's why it's grabbing.
It's not grabbing.
Well,
There it is.
That's weird.
There it is. All right, can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're reading in the file name, and we're taking each line of the file and shoving it into the people array. We're going to shuffle the people array. What did I do wrong?
Well, you'll use the last line if it doesn't have a date on it. You're testing the return value of jump, which is the number of characters jump, and the last line doesn't have a new line, it'll return 0. and
What's the original
last
search
line.
standard?
Sorry.
Okay, so we'll put me last. Okay, and then after we shuffle it, we're just waiting for carriage returns and printing them out one at a time. We could have used to say there, but I'm old school, I guess. Okay, and so I've got a file call colors with a couple colors in it. No, I don't want to do that. Just to test it. I think that was all 5, right? Yeah, so we got all right, so, and so I've got another list called attendees. This is everybody's here. So, we got some nice Utah gifts here. David was nice to send along, and also some very special coffee. This is the leftover PPW coffee. I've got 6 different bags, different flavors here. So what I'm going to do is shift a couple people off this list, and as your names come up, if you are here, then please come up and pick an item off the table and return to your seats. Robert, David, Mike, Michael, Peter.
Don't touch that projector, Rob, it's mine.
No.
Only this much of it. Oh, salt.
Ashley, I have no idea.
Keenan's gone.
Stephen, James, and Haya? Hale? Christopher, Pooja, Terrence, Graham, Damien, Michael, David Orr, and the coffee was roasted on the 6th. You will need a grinder. Patrick, Kevin, Lynn, Mark, Doug. Mark, Tom. And JD's gone. Beth, John, Herrick, Heath, Peter, Sean, Ingies,
I just kept my mouth shut because I didn't think.
I should have been here for your talk. I was busy writing the script.
Code review doesn't catch everything.
Augustina, Dimitri, Vincent. We have, how many do we have left? We have a keychain, I think.
There's 2. You can draw 2 lines.
Yeah, go ahead, get a picture.
Yeah, very good. Daft, it says daft.
Autumn. There's nothing left. Oh, yes there is, there's a pen. Get up there. David, hand.
How come it's at Salt Lake instead of Moab? Because of the vendor.
Okay, so that's almost all of the future events coming up. One more. You definitely want to put this one on your calendar, because I hope you want to come back here October 9th through 11th, 2015. That'll be PPW 2015. Hopefully, we'll do it right here again. However, I'm anxious to hear what you guys have to say about this place. So, as was already mentioned, there is a survey which you should have all received links to already. And that survey is very important. It lets me know what I need to improve for next year. And I do hope that you all want to come back next year. Do you want to come back next year?
Yes.
All right, great. So, some things that you can help us with on the way out. First of all, buy a shirt or USB drive. That would really help us. Like I said, take the survey. If anybody can hang around for a couple minutes and help us pull up the tape and the cords. If there's 2 people doing it, it's going to take us an hour or more. If 12 people stay, we can get the whole thing done in 10 minutes. So if anybody can help us with that, we really appreciate it. Please come back next year, and when you come back, bring a friend with you. We really would appreciate that. And with that, thank you for coming.
Can we give Dan a round of applause?